And what is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with yet another fun deck tech for you, and today we're looking at a very interesting mono white artifacts build. Now, we've already looked at mono green artifacts and what that deck can do. This one's got a little more quirky. This one's a little more not fun, but it is a fun deck, don't get me wrong. But this one's a little more cerebral. This one you need to think about a little bit in order to play. So let's get into what this is all about. The big thing is we want to get this card down, Thousand Moon Smithy. When it enters the battlefield, we create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts and or creatures you control, and at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may tap 5 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control. If you do, we transform the Thousand Moon Smithy into Barracks of the Thousand. Whenever you cast an artifact or creature spell using mana produced by Barracks of the Thousand, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts and or creatures you control. Pretty boss card right there. But how do we get there? Well, here we go. We're looking at Market Gnome. When it dies, we gain 1 life and draw a card. When it is exiled from the battlefield while you're activating a craft ability, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So either way, we get a little bit of card advantage with this. Fabrication Foundry. This can ramp into stuff. We can only cast artifact spells or activate an ability of an artifact source, but with 2 and a white and a tap, and we exile 1 or more other artifacts you control with mana value X. Return target artifact card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and we activate only as a sorcery. This can get a little tricky, so we have to really be careful with this one, but it took me a few games to kind of be like, oh, that's how it works, but that's why I said cerebral deck. We're looking at Glass Casket. I loved this card when it was in the regular Eldraine. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls a mana value 3 or less until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. Spring-loaded Saw Blades with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target tapped creature an opponent controls. It's got to be tapped creature. Okay. So, yep, that's a thing. We also craft with Artifact 3 and a white mana, and it becomes Blade Wheel Chariot, and we tap 2 other untapped artifacts you control, and it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Thron Spider ramps into stuff. It's a 2/4, plus it can filter in and generate Power Stone tokens for 7 mana. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand, and then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Right, but now we get into the kind of the interesting part. We are looking at Depopulate. We're going to, obviously destroys all creatures. Each player who controls a multicolored creature draws a card, and then destroy all creatures. We're running 1 copy of Mondrak. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many are created instead. Plus, we sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures and put an indestructible counter on Mondrak Glory Dominus. We're running 2 Sunfalls because we need to get threats off the board. 2 unstable Glyph Bridges, and this is interesting because when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it for each player, choose a creature with power 2 or less that player controls, then destroy all other creatures except creatures chosen this way. We craft with an artifact and it becomes Sand Swirl Wonderglyph. Whenever an opponent casts a spell during their turn, they can't attack you or planeswalkers you control this turn. Each opponent who attacked you or a planeswalker you control this turn can't cast spells. So kind of a bit of a lockdown-y control type thing we got going on there. We're also running 4 Mightstone and Weakstone. Yeah, we're not running Urza, but we can draw 2 cards and ramp into stuff and, take out creatures because target creature gets -5/-5 till end of turn. Alright, we're also running 4 Steel Seraphs. This is another major cog in this deck. It is a prototype with 1 and 2 white mana, or just straight up 6, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. And we're also running 1 Ozhur Tak, Deepest Foundation. if one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, 3 times that many of those tokens are created instead. And when it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. It's kind of one of those quirky, yep, I'm throwing one of these in there, one of the Glory Dominuses, and just to see, it can change the game. So we're also running 2 Demolition Fields, 2 Field of Ruins, because we need to take out that cavern that, makes all things not counterable, not that it matters in this deck. 2 Aganja Sea of the Empires, 2 Merixes, because this can come into play, especially with the Smithy and the Glyph Bridge, and all, not the Glyph Bridge, but the Smithy, definitely. Sideboard, we're running 2 Family Reunions, 2 Fateful Absences, 3 White Sun's Twilight, 2 Destroy Evil, 2 Lorans of the Third Path, 2 Temporary Lockdowns, and 2 more Depopulate. So mono white artifacts, can we make it a thing? Let's check it out. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and then we do a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the mono white artifact games. We are against Gizmo for our best of 1 matchup. Hey, we go first for once. We do Fabrication Foundry into Thrawn Spider. That is going to be a fun play, I think. If we don't get duressed on the first. No duress, but is that something? And we do Thrawn Spider into the Smithy, maybe? We'll see. Electrostatic Infantry, no fun. Thrawn Spider. And then Mightstone and Weakstone might not be a bad play here because we can take out the infantry. In theory, what can they do? Do you have an Obliterating Bolt? No one main decks that stuff anymore. We could easily go into a Steel Seraph. No blocks. Because more than likely they're just going to zap my... that one we might want to take care of. That one I think we take care of. And oh no, legendary creature. Oh no, we can take out the infantry if we needed to. So then the Smither comes in. IZZET Prowess. Now you're gonna have to be real careful here, Risen Dragon, because counter spells are a thing. Let's at least take this shot at them and see what happens. They say no, thank you. Okay, cool. The Belligerent. Interesting. Oh, so we ramped right into that, didn't we? Let's do this. Let's do Vigilance. Create a treasure token. Look at the top card of your library and play. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Interesting. Third Path Iconoclast. Okay. Third Path Iconoclast. They're going to crew that. Creating a treasure token. I think we just take the 5. Yeah, we're just going to take the 5. I think we're fine with that. I'm fine with that. Market Gnome. Okay. Vigilance again. Okay. Question becomes, can I do that? I don't think I can. Gizmo, what are you gonna do here, kiddo? Nothing, huh? Well, do I want to try to go for the Mundrock? Let's give it a try. Okay. Flying is definitely a thing here. Unless you're gonna bounce it. Deals 3 damage, huh? Now you're gonna do it again. But do I have an out here? Can I sack? It's gotta be 2 other artifacts. Okay. So we give it flying, and now the problem becomes how do we get around their defenses? But Mundrock is going to be a big cog here because we can get him down to 2. Actually, we can... No, we can't. Well, we might be able to sack the Thron Spider with this, bring back the Seraph. That's going to be the key here, I think. Electrostatic Infantry. Okay. Rowell's Reinforcements. Alright. They're going to have to tap at least a few here to get the Belligerent Crude. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. No, here's what we're doing. Nah, you're ready. Bring that back. Let's try that again. There we go. Yep, we'll do that. It's got to be exact. It has to be exact. Do you have it? Yes, we get them. All right. Let's go the best of 3. We are against Donut Lord for our best of 3 matchup. This one is a bit on the slowish side, but yeah, we're on the draw, so I'm not overly worried, but we're against mono. I was about to say we're against mono red. That's an interesting one. Mono red artifacts. That could be an interesting. No, we're against IZZET. Okay, IZZET pirates. Interesting. All right, we have lots of might stones and weak stones here, so that could get interesting. So they got to throw down an artifact here. Yep, there it is. And those can swing in. Okay. Of course, we're drawing into everything that we... And of course, that's an artifact build, so that's going to help them too. So, woof! Oh my goodness. Well. Schooner. The Hulk. And that's got... This has reach, so they can't... I mean, you can't... You're not going to be able to attack. Because that just came in... Yeah, that's... You're not going to be able to attack. Oops. Okay. Is this one of those... builds where you have the... Yeah, I think the block. Now watch, they'll have like a play with fire or something like that. Nope. Okay. Although this does... Let me go vigilance on this. Why? 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 Oh. Yeah, it doesn't die. Oh well. And now look, we need one more land to make this thing sing, and we're gonna be in good shape here, so... Yeah. Well, waterlogged Hulk, what does that do? Descend 8, crew 4. Interesting. Crafter's Island, okay. Interesting. Alright. Can't be blocked as long as they're 8. Okay. Cool, you have a blast zone. How fun is that? And now you can attack in with the schooner. That is definitely a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little lucky there. Either way, I'm taking 3, so... Let's do it with the Thron Spider. That'll definitely be a thing. Alright, so now we have to... Okay, Field of Ruin is a good thing, because now we get to do this. Get rid of the Shipwreck Sentry, I think. There may be the Siren. Get rid of the Siren. No, get rid of the Sentry. And I think we give the Seraph Vigilance. That way they have the... that way, you know, the watertight gondola can... You can't... So, yep. There's that. Now, so long as they don't play a... an awful big creature here, we should be in good shape to do the glyph bridge. You still trying to figure out how to do this, Donut Lord. Oh, Burning Sun Cavalry, okay. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay. Now those are fun. And we'll block the schooner. Okay, got a little lucky there. Okay. And now we do the glyph bridge. Oh, yep. Okay, well, that's not really what I wanted to do, but it is what it is. And they can't, whatchamacallit, they can't, I think we're just going to hold off on any attacks here because I think they're not figuring out the trigger for the blast zone. Okay, now they did. All right. We're not going to attack here. Interesting. Stun counter on it. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, let's go to the next match. We kind of got a little bit mana shorted there because... You know, just got mana shorted. I think we're going to take these out and put in the Lorons because that... Where they're playing artifacts as well, that is going to be a challenge, so... Let's go first for once. Better. Much better. Do a market gnome. We'll keep... yeah, we'll ship a planes. Because we do have the fabrication foundry, so... And of course, we don't get into the control build part of it, but and now we get the Oaken Siren, maybe. No, not yet. Alright, okay, so we get that going on. We get this. Do you have a... I was about to say, did you have a Spell Pierce? That would have just been rude. Shipwreck Sentry. Okay. Down to Smithy. 4-4. How fun is that? Okay, so is there an artifact that's going to come into play here? Fading Hope, maybe? subterranean schooner. Okay. And that can attack. Where's your Fading Hope? I think this is a trap, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because this way I gain a life and I draw a card. Okay. I don't have enough for that, so I'm going to do this. I have a feeling they've got a Fading Hope. Why else would you be delaying here? Okay. And now if they crew this, they're gonna be a sad person. Because I'll block with the gnome. Maybe. Let's see. See what they do. Waylaying pirates, huh? Cool. Yeah, you can do that. Because what I'll do is... Yep, you crew that. You go. I'll just take that out. Boom. Okay. Dynamaton. Okay. Dynamaton. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. Groovy. That can be a thing. Now we actually can cast that for that. And put Vigilance on it. Boom. You gonna block? Yep. Okay. Boom. Cool. It's almost like it's a budget pirate artifact build. Except for the schooner. It's a cool deck. I like it, Donut Lord. I love the nickname, too. So, yeah. Another Waylaying Pirates, huh? Okay. When it enters the battlefield, if you control an artifact. Yeah, we don't want to do that at the moment. We're going to decline that. Instead, what we do is this. Do that. Let's give it flying. And let's attack. Okay, now they're in lethal territory. So now, yep, okay. They just say good game. All right, well, we're gonna go 2-2 with this deck, at the very least. I have not come across Glass Casket yet, which is interesting. Mr. Donut Lord. Market Gnome. Ooh, got some fun stuff. We got Market Gnome and the spring-loaded saw blades, and yeah, this is gonna get fun. So we can do the Gnome, and we can do the thing, and oh, and Loran of the Third Path too. So that is also a thing we can do. Alright, Donut Lord, are you going to, so kindly... Yeah, here we go. Boom. Market Gnome. This is what I like about playing people like the Donut Lord, because this is not a deck that's net deck. This is definitely a very unique build, and I'm really I like playing against players like Donut Lord. Shipwreck Sentry, huh? Okay, you can do that. Cool. Field of Ruin. I think we keep. I think we just pass the turn, because this way, that comes into play. We do the spring-loaded saw blades. Bada bing, bada boom. We're in good shape. So. Hey, Mr. Donut Lord, if you would so kindly play whatever it is that you want to play. Alright, well, Loran of the Third Path, guess what? You're coming in. Boom. What? Alright, fine. Flame Blessed Bolt. I don't care. I destroy that. And there you go. We're not gonna... Oh, that's no fun. So guess what? Bye. Alright. Well then. Gonna do now, huh? Non-combat damage, so that's gonna be... that's interesting. I'd like to see that. Oh, hey. Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider. Mana value 3 or less, huh? It's gonna get a glass casket treatment. Market Gnome first, though. Alright, well, here we go. Shipwreck Sentry, here comes the Belligerent. Probably should have saved the Belligerent, probably should have saved the spring-loaded saw blades for that, but... the Gnome is gonna die. I am gonna sack that every day of the week. Draws a card, and there it goes. Okay, cool. Created the map token. And we're getting a lot of this, so I'm just gonna say no. We're good there. Hit a land, we're good. Thron Spider. Boom. Okay, cool. Alright, Donut Lord. Spyglass Siren. Okay, cool. So they can explore and crew that if they find the top deck here. Which they do. Of course you do. Of course you do. And then they'll explore again. And they'll hit the belligerent again. And that's gonna stink, but we're gonna take the 5. We have the spring-loaded saw blades, at least. We have the spring-loaded saw blades, at least, and we can do some fun stuff with that. So. Yep. Alright, come on. Not real sure what your... Oh yeah, you can top 4 cards, reveal an artifact, put it into your hand. Okay, cool. Alright, well. Now they just flood the battlefield, so... I'm gonna need another... Do I have any more depopulates? No. So I need a Sunfall. That's what I need next. Interesting. Wow. Yep, that just happened. Okay, well. Glass casket is a thing. So let me take out the siren because... And we're just gonna go from there. I'm just gonna pass turn. Alright, Dynamaton. Target creature you control gains menace until end of turn. So, if you crew the belligerent, turn it into a menace, it still dies, does it not? Cool. Alright, so that's gonna come into play, but... Cool. Wonk. Discover 10. Oh my goodness. It's reach, huh? You gave a flying creature reach. How cool is that? Okay, that's fine. It's annoying. But, oh well. Attack! Go for it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give spring-loaded saw blades to this. Dies. Boom. Alright, so now let's do this. Give this vigilance. Now that can discover 10 now. That is scary. I want to see this. Alright, that's alright. Can you untap it, though? That's the thing. I don't think you can. We're just still going to be taking a lot of damage here, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Alright, well. Explore. Not yet. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do the lifelink because I just need to gain some life here. Spyglass Siren. Okay. And they'll equip that to one of these, tap it down. They'll equip it to the Spyglass Siren, tap the Thron Spider down, and... Of course you found that. It's a very unique deck. I do enjoy this deck. This looks pretty cool. And of course you have that. Yep, so now you're swinging in for at least 8. Need ourselves a Sunfall here. Yep, and you'll tap that down. I think we just are gonna have to go with a yeah, we're gonna have to block. As much as I hate to do that. Just gonna have to block. Lower on to the third path. There you are, Sword for Side Eyes. Boom. Right there. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Vigilant, Lifelink, and Vigilance, and Swing. Bada 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 swing. Okay, cool. So now, Waylaying Pirates. If you control an artifact, tap target artifact or creature. Controls, put a stun counter on it. Okay, cool. So, if you control an artifact, yeah. Alright, so we're getting stunned here. Question is, how are we going to get stunned? Yep, that's the way to do it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play with fire. We're going to take that out. Thron Spider, huh? Yeah, we can do that. That. Let me draw a card. Sure, we'll draw a card. Demolition Field. Lifelink, Vigilance, Vigilance. Double over. Boom. And, you know, let's take out the Demolition Field. Let's take that out. So now it can't come back. Fun, right? Now here we're going to have to block no matter what. Yeah, we'll take action. Planes. Boom. There we go. Okay, Donut Lord, this has already been a long match, but I'm willing to see this out. What you gonna do? Pirate Cavern of Souls, that's what it's called. I cannot remember for the life of me what that thing was called. So anyways. And they're gonna have to be careful here because we can certainly activate the spring-loaded saw blades. That, block that. Yep. And are they dead? Got him. Alright, let's go the post-game analysis. As we rank into Silver 2. Whew, what an epic best of 3 that was. Half an hour, 31 minutes. Amazing stuff. That was really, really fun. Good game, Donut Lord. So this deck overall, it's got a little bit of quirk to it, and I think it works. I think it does. Is it going to rank you up? Is it consistent? Yeah, not really. Fun to play? Yes, absolutely. It is very fun to play. You just have to make sure that you've got some of your pieces down. You're ramping into stuff. Make sure you get that down as early as possible. Just all your ramp here. Just make sure you have these cards ready to go. Should be good. So if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and as always, my magic miscreants, may all your spells hit the board. May you always be on the play. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.